Hi everyone, today I'm going to walk through a topic that most of us have tried to solve at some point weight loss. But instead of motivational quotes or diet hacks, we're going through biology 110 mode, cells, enzymes, ATP, you name it. My presentation is called The Science Behind Weight Loss. Where does your food go? And hopefully by the end, you'll understand weight loss is not a mystery, but as a very logic biological process. So here's a quick roadmap. We'll start with energy balance, the basic rule that secretly controls all weight changes. Then we'll zoom into the cell to see how metabolism actually works. Next, we'll talk about homeostasis and dieting often backfires. After that, exercise and enzymes, basically how to boost metabolism scientifically, and then we'll connect everything to real world strategies and finish with a brief conclusion. So, why this topic? Weight loss is one of those things that sounds simple, but until you try it. Some people like eating black holes and stay slim, others feel heavier just by smelling dessert. Dieting also fails way more often than we expected. So today we're approaching weight loss like scientists through cell biology, energy metabolism, and homeostasis. Once you see how your cells handle energy, weight loss start making way more sense. So here's the golden rule of weight loss. That is, the weight change equals the energy in minus the energy out. So the energy in is what you eat, the carbs, the fats, and the proteins. And the energy out includes your basic metabolism, daily activity, and even digestion. If the in exceeds out, the extra gets stored as fat. And if out exceeds in, your body taps into fat stores. So no matter what any influencer says, biology is not willpower, is charged here. And now let's talk about ATP, the ultimate energy coin your cells spend nonstop. Everything requires ATP. Muscle movement, brain activity, iron pumps. Even blinking is powered by ATP. Your body produces roughly your entire body weight in ATP every day. And the key idea for weight loss is the more ATP demand, the more fuel burned, and the more fat are mobilized. So increasing ATP usage is basically increasing calorie burn. And once you eat something, your body chooses from three options. First is to burn it immediately for ATP. The second is to store it short term as glycogen. Or the third is everyone's favorite, that is to store it long term as fat. And fat storage is incredibly efficient. Your body is basically saying, let me save this energy forever. This is why overeating make weight gain so easy. And I'm going to talk about cellular respiration. And here's the simplified route your food takes to become energy, from glucose and all the way to ATP, as shown here. And the key concepts are that fat join in through the beta oxidation, and proteins enter after deamination. And the real MVP here are the mitochondria. The more active they are, the more energy you burn. For fat loss, your cells must shift towards burning stored fatty acids through these oxidative pathways. So, about energy and enzymes. Every reaction in metabolism needs activation energy. Enzymes lower that barrier, making chemical reactions faster enough to sustain life. ATP hydrolysis couples energy-releasing reactions with energy-requiring ones. So metabolism isn't magic. It's enzyme-controlled chemistry happening millions of times per second. The speed of your metabolism depends heavily on how efficiently these enzymes work. And why do metabolic rates differ? Some people burn energy faster because of real biological differences. First is genetics, why enzymes you have and how well they work. Second is the muscle mass. Muscles demand more energy than fat. And hormones, especially hormone, insulin, and leptin, age and sex, metabolism naturally shifts over time, sleep and stress, cortisol changes how your body stores food. So yes, fast metabolism and slow metabolism are legitimate scientific phenomena. About homeostasis and metabolic adaptation. Here's why extreme dieting often fails. Your body likes stability. When calories drop sharply, your body thinks you're in danger and triggers adaptive thermogenesis. Metabolism slows, hunger hormones rises, and muscle loss increase. So even if you eat less, you start burning few calories, which is the opposite of what you want. Your biology is basically stepping on the brakes. So the problem with extreme dieting. So severe calories restriction causes the lower BMR. Your body becomes more energy efficient, which is not in a good way, and the loss of muscle, which lowers metabolism further, and strong craving due to hormone changes, and increased fat storage when you resume normal eating. This is how you get the classic lose 5 kg but regain 7 kg cycle. This is not a lack of discipline, it's your body that is trying to help you. And we'll talk about exercise now. Exercise solves many dieting problems at once. It burns calories during activity, but more importantly, it increases mitochondrial biogenesis, improves insulin sensitivity, and builds muscles, which permanently increase resting metabolism, and resistance training is especially powerful. The best combo is the moderate calorie deficit and the consistent training. So here's the lab. Enzyme as metabolic catalyst. Let's connect the enzyme lab to metabolism. In lab 4 we use lactase to study how enzymes function under different conditions. Enzymes lower activation energy and speed up reaction, the foundation of metabolism, and faster enzyme activity means faster nutrient breakdown, the more ATP and the more calories burned. This lab was basically a small-scale demonstration of how metabolism works inside our cells. And why OMPG instead of lactose? We couldn't directly measure lactose breakdown because the product aren't colored, so we use OMPG, a lactose analog that turns yellow when hydrolyzed. This let us track the reaction through absorbance at around 420 nm. This is a simple trick, but very effective. This method gave us a clear, measurable way to study enzyme speed, which is exactly what metabolism depends on. So here's the experimental procedure overview. Here's a quick version of what we did. We extracted lactase from tablets and mixed it with OMPG in microtubes. Prepared 2 controls, one missing enzyme and one missing substrate, and we incubated everything at 37 degrees Celsius, and the stopping reactions at 30, 60, 90, and 120 seconds. Then measure absorbance at 450 nm. We plot the absorbance versus time, and this gave us the reaction rate, a direct measure of enzyme activity. This is the same logic scientists use to study metabolic pathways. So what the lab reveals about human metabolism. The results show that enzymes perform best at human body temperature, and reaction speed increases with proper conditions, and the higher enzyme activity leads to higher metabolic rate. This parallels real human physiology. People with more efficient enzymes or more mitochondria naturally burn more calories. So yes, metabolism is literally biochemistry in reaction. So here are some evidence-based strategies. So we need more moderate caloric deficit. We need higher protein intake, resistance and training plus cardio. and good sleep and stress control, and above all is consistency, and that support metabolic health without triggering a homeostatic backflash. So thanks for watching.